Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to That One Awkward Guy. Today we're going to be continuing our series in Hearts of Iron 4 as the United Kingdom with the Novum Vexillum mod. In the last episode, we began a bunch of wars here in Africa, which we're actually struggling a lot with because they have very powerful armies in very small spaces, so it's kind of hard for us to actually break all of them without very heavy casualties. We're also, the world is at 45% world tension, and these wars are probably going to end up pushing it over 50. So yeah, we got a lot going on, and we are getting ready, hopefully, to end this war now that we've assigned a huge new air force. Like, basically doubled the number of planes we have in the sky over this region. As you can see, apparently only 500 of them are doing anything, but we'll see how that changes in a minute. So we're letting our tanks currently just kind of reorg, excuse me, and get ready for another push. Not sure why these guys aren't, oh no, they're starting to reorg. Good, good, good. Alright, let's get ready to go. They're actually all kind of moving around, so we're going to let them do their thing, and once they're in position, we are going to launch another massive attack. We also have now outdated tanks, so we're going to begin the process of upgrades. And we're still working on those Bushmasters. Basically, we're holding even right now. We're able to reinforce them roughly as fast as we're losing them, so our tanks aren't getting weaker, they're just not getting stronger. But the rate we're producing them at is going up and up and up, so yeah, as you can see, now we're back to 1982. Hopefully we can eventually get on top of it. They're still launching these assaults against me. I don't know what they think they're going to achieve. They don't have the Air Force to break through. Yeah, we're holding pretty easily. And if they just want to kind of waste away their units on this, they can. It's up to them. Alright, here we go. So all of our tanks are now engaged in the fighting with stupid amounts of air support. And we still are unable to... I really don't want to use a nuke, but... Oh man, this war, we need to end the war, right? Like, maybe if we just actually send everybody in on it. Just every infantry we got. Maybe it's just not suitable for infantry specifically, or for tanks rather. Nope, infantry are not doing any better. Hold. Because look at that, our loss is now almost 40,000. We can't sustain that. Alright, I don't want to do this, but it's going to be some repairs. Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to do that because now it's a lot of repairs. This also, like, nuking is not a good thing. Don't nuke people. But, you know, nuking is just don't do it. It's very bad. And I don't mean that as a joke. Like, it's actually, sometimes people joke about it. And I think a lot of people don't actually realize how devastating a nuke is. Like, they'll joke about, you know, the Cold War and stuff, and how people hid under desks, and it's like, you wouldn't. Like, at the face of that, you wouldn't just grasp onto anything that would give you any moderate sense of security. Like, I don't know. There's my random thought of the day. Alright, yeah, we're breaking through. So still at 45%, so it's not going to peak over 50 then. That's a big relief, actually. We're going to take a break for a bit from war because our guys need some time to actually refit. That's for sure. Yeah. So we're going to order basically just a massive garrison. Ooh, you need to delete your garrison order. Where is your garrison order? Ah, I see. So yeah, everybody take off your unit garrison orders. And I'm going to give you army group garrison orders. So just literally garrison everything here. So that way there's no way we can have attrition. We'll get repairs underway. And we'll be alright. We're at 5.75. I'd like to get that back up to 6. We have probably had a recruitable of almost 8,000, I'd assume. 7.3. Not quite, but almost. So we'll get there. Slowly but surely. Get the guys out there. There we go. Some new factories. I'm not going to put it on that. I think Bushmaster is good where it is. Let's put them on tanks, because that's a lot of upgrades. And we need more steel and more rubber. Always more steel. And how about that civilian construction? Okay, we'll leave the repairs. They can auto-repair, right? I need to get the civilian economy back on track, because we're using so much for trade that our capacity to actually build things is rapidly diminishing. We're on war economy, but still. And I'm not going to switch off of limited conscription, because we still have almost like 6 million manpower, so we're still more than okay on manpower. It's really just a matter of I'd rather have 6 million just because it's the number I've gotten stuck in my head. So I'm going to have 6 million manpower. That's just my goal. Alright, that's too ahead of time. Can we get the next artillery? We can. Very good. And there we go. Some of those tanks are finally deploying. Because now, if you look at it, we're actually managing to get ahead of this. We're producing these new mechanized. We're getting our tanks up to full strength. We're probably done with the reinforcements by now for deploying tanks. We are. So now all of the stuff is going to be deployed into the units in training. And we're going to get those additional... I realize I put this on 2 instead of 1. I meant to put it on 1, but I'm actually kind of okay with it. I really do want to expand the size of our armored core, and I might not use all the divisions there at once, but still, I'd rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. And then I can also split their forces on multiple fronts if necessary, because 10 tanks can do a lot. 20 tanks drain supply. 20 tanks split on 2 fronts is equally useful as, you know. So as long as you deploy your tanks properly so that they're not draining the supply and you split up where they are, if you have too many, you should be fine overall. And of course that does mean it's going to be a big drain on resources. We're going to probably use up the majority of our tank stockpile as well. But that's alright, we'll get through it. Now assigning all of these new tanks, it'll be fine. We'll be okay. We do also, like I said, we have over 2,000 MBTs of the Challenger 2 in stock, so I'm really not too concerned. That must have been the submarines finishing there. I'd like some corvettes. I think we are lacking screens. But let's not build the 2,000 corvettes, because that would be a very stupid thing to do, and I don't want to be stupid. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of the 2,000 corvette, because I have no idea why it's still there. And we're going to get this, and we're going to make sure you have the best that I can give you. You're going to get that, 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 that, and that. So there we go. And I'm going to order 10 corvettes. Everything we can have on them. Good. So we'll get those out. Sorry, my chair was squeaking, rubbing against my desk. Stop being a loud chair. And again, we need more steel. Thank you, China, for supplying us all the steel. I could cut off free trade or take off export focus, but I like that the bonuses it's giving me. I think that's pretty important. We've been able to keep up with everybody on technology, and I would like to keep it that way. And keeping export focus is what gives us, as you can see, 5% bonus. America, what are you doing? Don't do that. That raises world tension. You're not allowed to do that. No. Bad war. Alright, let's go ahead and... I say that as the one who's declared war on like 50 people. Let's get this, because I think our carrier variants are from like 2002, right? Also, NATO, did India leave? Yes, India left. Okay. Yeah, the actual carrier variant fighters that we have are from like the original ones that we started with. So I think we need to kind of deal with that and replace them with something new. Cuba. What's up? You do not have the army to win this, my friend. You are going to lose very quickly. Oh, okay, so that's... How many? Oh, still only one. Okay. Get the Marines in with them. What was I even just talking about? I entirely forgot about the conversation I was just having before US declared war on Cuba. Something about... Oh yeah, the carriers. Let's actually... These guys don't really need to be training anymore. We have plenty of naval experience. Let's put them on hold. We're going to have to actually sort this out. At some point, I'm probably going to do it off video because it's pretty embarrassing for me to try to figure out how man the guns works. And it'll probably take me half an hour to sort this into any kind of meaningful fleet. So, at some point I'll do that and I'll sort it into like a carrier group and then some patrol groups. Alright. But yeah, we have lots of Navy experience, so we can let them go get repairs and such. So let's get the better artillery. And you need to be upgraded to the Generation 5 multi-role. Whatever new things we get, I'd like to be put on that, because the production cost is going to go up, so it's going to take forever to actually get it upgraded. Still doing well on infantry equipment. We're producing almost 70 a day. Artillery will get done with time. Let's grab, you know what, that's kind of useless because we don't have them in our army. Let's actually get things that'll help us. We have that in our army, and I think most of them have recon in their army. So we'll grab that. Let's grab this. Sure. Okay, get the tank with him. How are we doing on those tanks now? Oh, it's getting there, it's getting there. Slowly but surely, deploying everything. Just deployed another tank, actually. So that's awesome. Another research finished. I don't, what is this? Is this like a drone? No, an Airbus. Oh, that's our like transport plane, I think. Might as well get it, maybe it'll become useful. There's another tank. Yeah, so we still have a serious amount of mechanized left to build, but at least all of our reinforcements are taken care of. So all of our fielded tanks are at max strength. Yeah, and I'd like to push this up to a full thing of Marines if we could, or at least 10. So I could build another 24 infantry divisions. We certainly have the supplies for it. It would just mean a lot more upgrades, which we're already kind of struggling to keep on top of. I think our army's okay where it is right now. We're going to probably end up having to do a massive build-up before the war with India. I'll probably deploy at least 1 million men worth of soldiers. Right now we have about 1 million in the field. We'll try to raise our army to at least probably 2.5 million before the war with India, if that's at all possible. And of course that's going to require incredible infrastructure, investments in ports and everything here, so that way we can actually supply all that army, but we'll get it done. I think 2.5 million men, I think that should be enough to take on India. And it's certainly within the realm of possibility. It's just a matter of getting the equipment. And we're certainly on the right track towards that. And I'm going to actually go, and I'm going to begin another round of civilian factory investment, because I'm about to build a lot more military factories in a minute, so I want to make sure we're balanced out. So there we go. Whole wave. Up here too. Good. We can build that here. Oh, sure, let's build it on the islands. Why not? Actually, because they're going to get naval invaded, and I don't want to give free factories. Never mind. Like all this, I have a reasonable chance of defending. But the islands, I'm not going to worry about those. Alright. But yeah, right now the biggest concern is infantry equipment, because that's a lot, and that's the reason I'm not building that extra 24, because artillery will get done when artillery gets done. It's fine. But once we build the new factories, priority is going to go to infantry equipment, planes, and then artillery. Everything else I'm pretty comfortable with. We already put a lot more on tanks, and there's like probably 3 factory slots left. So that's going to produce at a good rate. And they're going to get all their upgrades out there. So that's going to be fine. But planes, we need to make sure we're doing well. Because right now, we should actually check this. We're at 5.2 thousand. India is at the minimum 7,000. Or 839, okay. But I'd say India has about 8,000 to 9,000 planes. I'd say that's probably the size of their Air Force. Based off, this is always fluctuating, but probably let's say 8,000 to 9,000. I don't think they're up above 10,000. I don't think they really have the industry to do that and to support 200 infantry or tanks. Like, they'd have to dedicate most of that to planes. And our military industry is now roughly comparable, if not superior, probably superior actually, to India. And so is our civilian infrastructure, and our naval dockyards are slightly edging them out, but they are catching up. So we know we're producing probably more than they are on ground. We have the capacity to build up much faster than they can. The only thing that they might be starting to catch up to us on is naval production, and that's because I just really haven't been focusing on it that much. Once our troops are there, I'm going to avoid a naval battle if at all possible. The only thing I'm going to do is probably keep my carriers here, and even then, that's questionable because we can just build out airports and I won't need the carriers. Carriers are really just for these amphibious invasions where I want air support, right? So that's kind of where I am with that. I think we're getting to the point now where we're going to be able to take on India. And then the big challenge is obviously the Berlin Pact, which I'm assuming is still intact, and it is. It's just that most of the south has left. So what we'll do is maybe invade Greece and then just push our way north or something, I don't know. World tension's getting lower, so that's really good. In the next episode, I think we'll start justifying, potentially. Good, we're almost done meet Bushmasters. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are complete. We have completed all of our repairs and are now investing in the civilian infrastructure. I'm going to order up a whole nother round of military factories in the UK. Because we have so many production slots here. Let's actually get using them all. So there we go, a whole nother round of military factories. Can't get that, but I think we have maintenance companies, so let's invest in that. So okay, so Cuba lost, unsurprisingly. Let's grab this and let's grab this. Get our infantry a little bit stronger. We have something out of date in production, and finally, at long last, our multi-rolls are getting upgraded on those ships. These old, like 10-year-old equipment, like is finally going to get replaced after all this time. Another tank division is complete. That's awesome to see. Actually, 2 tank divisions have been complete, with another 5 on the way, which are all nearly supplied. So there we go. That'll give us 20 tank divisions. That's pretty good. I'm very pleased with that, actually. I know there's a way to check how many you have. That's not there. Is it one of these things where you can see specifically how much equipment you have in the field? I know I have 15 modern tank divisions in my army, but how do I actually... I saw it on another YouTuber. They basically checked how much of a certain equipment they actually had deployed, and I don't really know how to do that. Yeah, I'm like no idea how to check that. Let me know in the comments, because I'd be interested to see that. Oops, didn't mean to pause it there. Now what I think I'm going to do is I think I might end this episode early, and the reasoning for that is there's just going to be a little bit of this, which is just going to be me sitting and waiting for all of our production to be dealt out and for our industry to be, you know, where I need it to be. In world tension, probably I'm going to wait till it gets down to 20. So I'm probably going to just end this episode just about now. And when I come back, we will basically be about to do the invasion, probably of Bangladesh. We'll be prepared for that. Oh, monarchist rally, there we go. 3% monarchism support, which is good. We're at 60, so we've been holding in roughly the same area. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, so that is, I guess, going to be it for today. But yeah, next episode goals, take Bangladesh, at least probably be preparing for the war with Myanmar, build up infrastructure, build up ports, airports, everything, get ready for the war with India. And hopefully we're going to be able to win that. But if you did enjoy this episode, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye for now.